Hello friends, this is Will Dodd with Georgia Youth Science and Technology Centers, and this is the second video in the series teaching you how to 3D print your first object. Now, in the last video, I showed you how to create that first object in Tinkercad, which was just a cube with an initial on it, and I put a W for my name on my cube. We downloaded that file, the STL file, and now what I'm going to show you how to do in this video is use something called Astroprint to upload that STL file and slice that file into something called G-code, which is just a map that the 3D printer uses to actually print out your object. So if you're not familiar with Astroprint, I've got a video that's linked in the show notes. It'll teach you how to set up your account in Astroprint, how to set up your 3D printer in Astroprint, and also how to set up your print materials in Astroprint. So check out that video if you're not familiar with Astroprint. Now, I've already got everything set up, so what I need to do is click Design Uploader here, and I want to get my object uploaded. And I know that STL file is in the Downloads folder, and it's Dodd First Object, so I'm going to click on that and click Open, and that file is going to upload, and a screen will come up showing me my object. So there's my object right there, and I've got a lot of settings right here to the right. Now, choose printer. I've already got my Ender 3 printer set up. Ender 3, I highly recommend that printer. That's the printer that I have here at the office, and that's available to check out for member schools. It looks like this. Highly recommend this printer. It's my favorite printer that I've worked with, so check that out. And I've got it set up. Now, I will tell you this about Astroprint. When you choose your printer, all the settings needed are already set up inside of Astroprint. Another thing, I've used the Ender 3 settings for other printers, so like Prusa printers that some schools have had. I still use the Ender 3 because I have the same size print bed as the schools that had those Prusa printers, and it ended up working just fine. So I've got my printer chosen. I've also got my material chosen, which is PLA. I'll be printing with PLA today. And that's something that you have to set up as well. Just set up your temperatures and your bed temperature. And that's something that I cover in that video that's linked down in the show notes. Now right here, choose your print quality. Draft, that's going to give you a really thick print layer, it's going to look kind of boxy and not as nice. Normal, I think it's around like a 0.2 of a millimeter print layer, which is nice. But if you really want it to look nice, you can click best. And I think it gives you like 0.1 or less millimeter print layer. But I'm going to keep it on normal right now. Now, I can also choose to use support material with this. I really don't need that, so I'm just going to click no support and uncheck that. Now, fill density, that's going to be how much plastic is on the inside of my object. And I want my object to print really fast and just be hollow because I'm not going to be putting that object under pressure. It's just going to sit on a shelf somewhere. So I'm actually going to change my fill density to 0%. So that's going to give me a totally hollow piece of plastic with a W in it. All right, so I've got all my settings exactly how I would like them. So I'm going to click Slice. And what Slice is going to do, it's going to create a G-code file that I'm going to download and put onto my printer. So it brings me back to my design library. That's what this screen is. And I can click on my object. And over here to the right, I see my G-code file. Now, I want to download this G-code file to my computer. So what I'm going to do is click that G-code file. And you can see down here, let me get rid of these tools, Dodd First Object, Ender 3, PLA, Normal, G-code. That's the file that I want to send to my 3D printer. So I'm going to go ahead and click Download on that file. And it's going to show up in Chrome. And it's downloaded. So what I will be doing in the next video is I'm going to take this G-code file, I'm going to put it on an SD card, and I'm going to load it onto my Ender 3 3D printer. So I'll see you in the next episode.